The other thing is gone quite well. So we're, as a care company, you see in the press, there's a lot of like CQC noise going on about best practice and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the reports that I feed into the start of our recruitment campaigns about what the market's like, when I've shown them internally, the manager said, oh, can I get hold of these? Because when the inspectors come calling, it's really useful to actually show what the market's like. And this is actually, I've not got on here, but just this week been taken into the NHS report. So the NHS is our biggest contract, and all the stuff they ask us for is all recruitment related, staffing related. But all this data just feeds into that now, and again, it gives a really good overview. In terms of employer brand, so we've done our EVP, we've segmented our audience. I know this is not what it's about, but I'll talk about it till you all get bored. But we now know what our message is, we know what we can promise and we know what we can deliver on. The next part of it is then to start proving what we're saying is true. So part of that is pulling stuff out internally, so examples of great patient outcomes or whatever it might be. The other way, the way I'm using Horsefly to help this is twofold. So one is we're using the surveys to kind of validate what the outside world is actually thinking of us. So it kind of gives us a way of measuring our brand now and in 6 months and in a year. And it also gives us the ability to benchmark benefits. So in our company, quite often, because we've just merged two massive businesses, we've had to rely on lots of terms and conditions. And the decisions people make on which benefits we should use and which we shouldn't are done on a bit of a whim. Whereas now we can actually use this and other sources as well to actually benchmark what the benefits that everybody's given. It just gives you a really good ability to be nosy more than anything else. In terms of how this fits into our strategy, so that should be 1, 2, 3 by the way, but so our plan is to be the best in-house recruitment team in the UK healthcare sector. And the way we're going to do this is by building a really strong employer brand, by building a direct sourcing capability, so an in-house function that's really effective, and for data driving all our decisions. The employment branding bit is all about influencing feelings, impressions, perceptions, beliefs, and attitudes towards the company or employer. So I'm using the insights that we can get from Horsefly in terms of the validation on this piece. The direct sourcing, to make our team, because they're not headhunters, they're not the best paid in the world, but to make them even more effective and giving them insights into their competitors, kind of keywords that they should be speaking about with our candidates and with the hiring managers as well, is just keep making them be that little bit ahead of a lot of our competition. So again, having worked and supported a lot of companies, I know that some of it is very much kind of spray and pray with job boards, taking the response, and then go, ooh, the market's tough, the market's really hard, but we're trying to learn from everything that we do, which brings me beautifully on to the next point, which is about data driving all our decisions. So whilst we're capturing all the data at the front end from Horsefly about what the market's like and about the kind of behaviour of the candidates, we then test this in our campaigns. So we do lots of A/B testing for the employer brand. We like to see which image works, which message works, and then we feed it all back in. So we capture all the data. We take little bits of this, and so it's learning for the business. But then we use it to go and negotiate with all the array of media that we use, because I've found through experience that just basing what you do on what you get from your ATS is not strong enough. It's about what kind of reach you get, what kind of candidates you get that other people don't have, and really get into the passive audience. So that kind of brings me to end really, because that's just how it fits in for us. So I use Horsefly in every aspect. And the biggest plus for me at the moment is because I'm kind of new into the job. Half the business is kind of, we're merging, let's see what they're like. They're ready to whip recruitment, and they use it as an argument tool with my ammo, so it's very helpful.